discussing a topic between me and my friend, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, versus the very weak and powerless, the worst thing ever,
Haven't heard that thinking
Super
of.
Saiyan 4.
Haven't heard that thinking on your feet, huh? Yeah. Well, I am the anime hero, and I am the one who feels that Super Saiyan 4 has more power, ounce for ounce, than the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. And now we're going to discuss why. So I think, as this was going on my channel, and this was originally my idea, I shall let my co-host do the first one, try to defend Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
Well, I'm not. Well, I actually am gonna bring it to the fact it's actually a power of a god, but I'm not gonna take that. I'm not gonna take the title for granted. Okay, let's see. He fought the worst, like the strongest character. Well, not villain. I wouldn't say,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not about anti-hero. He's not.
yeah. I
Varys,
get.
Lord Varys. He fought Lord Varys and went toe to toe with him. Although he wasn't using his full power, but he's one of the strongest beings in the universe, which he was able to hold his own and deflect a full power blast directed towards the Earth.
But we've seen that the key blasts don't attack anybody pure of heart, so that wasn't too much. Although that is Super Saiyan God, though that's not Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. We gotta look at what it has done, and all Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan has done has been able to fend off an attack from Frieza, and even with that, all we saw was that Goku got his butt kicked while trying to find his weakness, which I've seen so many times in other animes when the character just says that as like a way to cover their pride.
Well, I understand that he got hit with the blaster in the chest and went down, but at the same time, let's see, let's see. Okay, I'm at still point here. He is powerful enough to defeat pretty much anybody except for uh, Barris or Whis.
All right, well, let's think about it like this. As we said, only Super Saiyan 3 is needed to achieve Super Saiyan God form with 5 other Saiyans. And we know Super Saiyan 4 is a level higher than Super Saiyan 3. So is it not fair to assume that Super Saiyan 4 would then be stronger than Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan?
Uh, Let me tell you that in GT, you don't need to go Super Saiyan 3 before you go 4 because Vegeta used the help of a machine to break his whatever control he had from Majin or whatever,
Yeah,
and
baby.
went Super Saiyan 4. And
Yeah, that's an isolated.
he never even went Super Saiyan 3 before.
That is true, and I will acknowledge that. That is an isolated event, though, but that did happen. I would say the reason I really see Super Saiyan 4 stronger is just look at the fight between Omega Shenron and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, where we see that not 10 punches was moved in a single blow. And the first time you didn't even see it.
Alright, now let me tell you what's wrong with this.
It's Gogeta, right? Yeah,
yes. I
it's the
will
combined
agree
form.
that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is the strongest character introduced, but that's because it was Gogeta. Now, if there was Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta, then I would think he would be able to hold his own and even beat Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
But the thing about Super Saiyan 4 is I feel like it has that primal state. Like it said, he has less control. He's more fierce in that form, which has both a upside and a
That's what my
downside.
next thing to say is if he can't control himself, which you can tell he can control himself, but
To a degree.
if he gets angry, it's like he loses all control. It's like an animal. He has no strategy anymore. He's just going off the wall. Like you see when he fought Super 17, when he beat him, he came up with the idea in his base form. He did, what's it called, Dragon Fist
Yeah.
to the chest because when he was fighting him, he wasn't like conscious enough in his mind to notice that his energy blasts were getting absorbed by him the whole time.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that much. That he doesn't quite Well, I mean, Goku never did think clearly, but he thinks more clouded in Super Saiyan 4 form. But I feel like the aesthetic of this form is better than Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. I feel like Super Saiyan 4 just looks better. I mean, with any of the other Super Saiyan forms, you just get a palette change. It's just Goku, except blue. Well, this one you got a whole new change. His muscles got more toned, and that's hard to say that sentence without sounding homosexual at all. His hair got longer. He had hair all over his body. It was a physical change this time rather than just a palette swap. Even with Frieza's new form, it was just a gold and purple palette of Frieza. There wasn't a real transformation there.
Well, I understand.
That's just the aesthetic, though. I'm not
Yeah,
talking about the
I
power.
understand this, but you're like kind of getting a little off topic. But I understand what you mean.
The
But
aesthetic. Power-wise, I mean, there wasn't much with GT we have to work with. Just like Super Saiyan God, we only have the one movie with Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, but we only have 3 big fights with Super Saiyan 4. 2, actually. I don't think he used Super Saiyan 4 against Baby, did he?
Can't remember. Okay, but this is how I see it. Super 17 was about twice as strong as regular 17, Andrew 17. In my
Well,
eyes.
we don't know how strong the alternate 17 was.
And so when they fought uh, Cell, when he fought Cell, he had the power of 17 and 18 with the power of himself,
Yeah.
of Cell. So I would think Super 17, with the power he absorbed from Goku during the fight, he was probably about as strong as.
I would say Kid Buu, maybe.
Maybe I think he's a little bit lesser than Kid Buu.
Well, you also gotta remember, he also fights Omega Shenron later, who is a whole nother league. I would say he's almost close to Beerus, if not at the same level. Like I said, we're talking about a Shenron here, and as we've talked in our free time, we have established that, there's no real set guidelines to what the Shenrons can do. There's no set power level. We know that the regular Earth Shenron is scared of Beerus.
Yeah, which means obviously.
Which means that one is weaker, but we've never seen Piranga enough to know if there's a difference between the dragons. So
But
I would say at
where
least
did the black was it the
the
dragon?
Black Star's Dragon Ball. Yeah, they did split off of Shenron's Dragon Balls. It's the concentrated evil form.
Well, I'm sorry, we're running out of time here.
Really,
See
is
you
yours
guys
really
later.
well? Yeah.